Welcome back. Well, we are waiting on the Pentagon to ask Congress for a $50 billion supplemental defense spending package, something I've been reporting in the last week or so, to boost U.S. stockpiles following the strikes on Iran. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries did not say if Democrats would block any new funding for the Department of War, but says President Trump must offer, quote, compelling rationale in order to push it through. The president met with the country's largest defense manufacturers on Friday at the White House, posting this on Truth Social afterwards. They have agreed to quadruple production of the exquisite class weaponry in that we want to reach as rapidly as possible the highest levels of quantity. Joining me now is Florida Senator Rick Scott, a member of the Senate Homeland Security Committee. Senator, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. President Trump is also calling for a $1.5 trillion defense budget for 2027. Do you support these items?
Well, number one, I want to thank our defense contractors for stepping up. We have got to make sure we have all the weapons we need. Number two, every day we need to be praying for our military members. They're putting their lives on the line for our freedom and to defend this country. We've got to do everything we can. The number one thing we should do with the federal government is fund defense. The number one thing is defend this country. So we need to go through the defense budget that Donald Trump will propose and see what we can get done. But I believe in defense. It's the number one thing we need to be doing. It's more important than anything else we do is protect this country.
So it sounds like you would support a $50 billion defense supplemental then?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. We've got to go through and make sure our servicemen and women have all the weapons they need to deal with what Iran's doing. But then we need to look at our defense budget and make sure we have the resources that we can protect ourselves from. There's evil in the world, whether we like it or not. Iran is evil. China is evil. North Korea is evil. Communist China is evil. So we've got at least four now. Maybe we'll be down to less now with Venezuela changing and with what Trump's doing in Cuba. Hopefully we'll have more people cooperating for the benefit of their people, and also will be good for America.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if, this war is going to collide with, your efforts and priorities for affordability and inflation, given the midterm elections are right around the corner. A military analyst told me that the war is costing about $1 billion a day, spending on Operation Epic Fury. This is the highest cost coming from the weapons and equipments being used. Around 400 Tomahawk missiles have been fired. Each one costs $2.2 million. I spoke with South Carolina Senator Lindsey on Sunday, and when I asked him about the financial cost of this, he said, look, it's not time to talk about money right now. Here's what he said. Watch.
Best money ever spent. Was it worth to America to take down a religious Nazi regime who's trying to build a nuclear weapon to deliver to America? That's a really good investment. They're going to fall. It's not if the regime falls, it's a matter of when. And you didn't mention today, and nobody has, quite frankly, we now know they had enough 60% enriched uranium to make 11 bombs. What's that worth to America to make sure they don't have 11 bombs? All of this money is to make sure they never go nuclear, they can't hit us with ballistic missiles, and they stop terrorizing the region. When this regime goes down, we're going to have a new Mideast. We're going to make a ton of money. Nobody will threaten the Straits of Hormuz again. So the money we're spending is a good investment to take down a regime that's been the largest state sponsor of terrorism, has got American blood on its hands. And when this regime falls, it's not if, when. We're going to have a gateway to peace. And the next thing that will happen is Saudi Arabia will recognize Israel. And that will be the biggest change in 2,000 years in the Mideast. And Donald J. Trump is the man to make it all happen.
And Senator, I understand the enormity of this all. So I'm wondering what this means for policy. Do you want to get a $1.5 trillion defense budget into perhaps a reconciliation package? I'm wondering if there is any movement on a House GOP reconciliation bill and whether that's something that you would support.
I will support whatever it takes to defend this country. I completely agree with Lindsey Graham. What would the cost be if they had a nuclear weapon and used it against America? What will the cost be if they had long-range ballistic missiles and used it against America? So this is a good long-term investment for peace and prosperity, stability in the United States and worldwide. So I will support a defense budget, increased defense budget, and and additional money, supplemental for our military.
By the way, we should point out that Iran has appointed Khomeini's son as the next supreme leader, and the focus is on the duration of this campaign. But I want to get your take. I don't want to leave this interview without asking you about the SAVE Act, because an illegal immigrant from Mauritania now charged with fraudulent voting after casting ballots in Pennsylvania for the last 5 presidential elections, Senator. President Trump says he will not sign any new bills into law until the Save America Act is on his desk and passes the Senate. Is this bill going to see the light of day? What is your take on the Save America Act, Senator?
We have to get this passed, Maria. We've secured what Trump has secured our border. Now we have to secure elections. If you have to show an ID for almost everything in this country. Show an ID to vote. You have to make sure you're a U.S. citizen to register to vote. So I'm going to do everything I can.
What's holding it up? Because I agree with you, and most Americans do. 85% of Americans believe, we should have proof of citizenship before we vote. So what's holding it up then in the Senate?
One of 3 things. You either got to get to 60 votes. We don't have them yet. We only have 50. Number 2, you got to add it to a must-pass bill. And number 3, we got to do the talking filibuster. So we've got to do one of those 3 things to get this passed. The public wants this done. On top of Donald Trump wanting this done, the public wants this done. Every Republican, Democrat, and Independent needs to make sure they go vote for this. I ask everybody, call your senator, all of them, even if the people have been on board, say, you have got to get this done. And call every Democrat senator and say, if you believe in this country and you want safe elections, you have got to get this bill passed. And
so
guess what? If you keep telling everybody to do it, they'll do it.
Do you expect a
all
talking
for it.
filibuster? You can't have a talking filibuster until the Department of Homeland Security is open, I'm told.
Well, I mean, right now, it's very important that we get Homeland Security. I mean, you can look at the airports, you look at the risk of this country. What the Democrats are doing, they don't care about American citizens. They don't care about the risk of a drone attack in this country or somebody doing an IED like they did in New York City. They don't care, but we do. We've got to figure out how to get this done. I think what's going to put the pressure on is when these airports are just packed with people that can't fly. It's the reason we got the government opened in the fall. The same thing will happen this time. I don't get what the Democrats are doing.
Yeah, it's amazing that we're in a war and we don't have the Department of Homeland Security open. People are worried about the potential for terrorism in the United States, Senator. Are you worried? You're on Homeland Security,
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. We've got to get the Homeland Security reopened.
All right, Senator. Thanks very much. Senator Rick Scott this morning in Florida. Stay with us. We'll be right back.